this video, I'm going to talk about what is tuning. So, the basics is like you want to tune your car if you change your engine size. If you go from BA to from B6 to BA, or if you go from like a 4.8 to a 5.3 or a 6.0, you got to do that. Adjust the liter size. You also want to adjust your tire size if you go from 17s to 24. That will make your speedometer be off. So if you're going at 30, you're actually going like a 35. So you want to adjust your tire size. Gear ratio is what it goes on the back of your car. It's a rear end. That one can be 373s, 342s. So if you change that, you want to get it tuned to adjust that. Fuel trims is basically drivability, how your fuel burns. Make sure we're not wasting too much fuel and fix all that. Also, injector size, if you want to pump a different kind of fuel like E85, you would have to change your injectors. Or if you want to inject more fuel into the engine, we adjust that like 24 pounds to 30 something pounds or 80 pounds injectors. Spark and timing, high and low, that's usually when you put a cam. We mess up with those tables so we can adjust the idle and make the car run and stable. And you can get more power out of the timing tables by adding a little bit of timing on the right spots and adding fuel too. Power enrichment and delay. It's basically when you're not tuned, your car is commanded to cut fuel and have a delay. So when you press the gas all the way down and you feel like a little lag, that's a delay. People don't like that, so they come to me to get a tune, and I take that off. So whenever you get on the gas, the car responds right away. Fuel cutout is basically when you're like a park or neutral or driving, you go full throttle, you press the gas all the way down, but it only lets you go to like 3,000 RPM. With the tune, we can get rid of that, and it will let you go like 6,000, 5,000 RPMs. The air mass flow sensor, that's the one that reads the air that goes inside your engine, and it tells the computer how much air more to add. You can get power out of that one because you can add a little more fuel to the extra air that you get after you done some mods like put in air intake or stuff like that. That will make more air go inside so we can get the power out of that. Main restrictions to improve with when you get a tune. So the main restrictions that your car has before a tune, one of them is RPM and delay. I already talked about that one, but I just decided to put it here because the RPMs is the height limiter and the delay is when you get on your gas. So those are stuff that you can improve with the tune. Torque management, you're not getting no torque reduction when you're at high RPM. So when you do burnouts, that should help you keep doing burnouts and not shift into gear or like do baby burnouts. Basically, systems like e-fans, we can adjust them to turn on sooner and keep the car colder so it will not overheat or anything like that. You also want to put a thermostat if you want to do that. A speed governor off. So if that's another restriction that you have in your car, so you will hit like 98 miles per hour, and that's it. Your car will not go any faster than that. With the tune, we take that off, and your car should be able to go faster than 90 miles per hour on your own risk. This is off-road purposes. Restriction torque, that's again with the burnout sometimes when you can't do a lot of burnouts. Restrictions on power band, peak power. Basically, that's how much power you get. So with the tune, you will add around, in some trucks, like basically the 99 to like 2007 classic V8, you can add anywhere from 40 to 60 horsepower to the wheels. So you will add that horsepower. So your car all stock makes, an example, 200 horsepower. With the tune, you'll be making 240. What the tune does, it makes you access that extra horsepower and all your power faster to the wheels. So without a tune, you will get there to the peak power really slow. Other than with the after you get tuned, the computer's command, all right, I'm able to make 260 horsepower. As soon as you hit full throttle, the engine and computer will command to start creating 260 horsepower. So you get the fast response and you're able to peak to the horsepower faster and stay in your power band. That's one of the main really good improvements that you get and you will notice after a tune. Right now we're gonna talk about tuning for the transmission in general. This is basically the way you're gonna feel your car or your truck shift. By shifting the transmission, what by tuning the transmission, this is where you can improve a lot of your horsepower in the car, the way it drives. This is where you feel the most, the way it drives, how it performs, and how fast it can go. Because if you tune the transmission the right way, you won't lose horsepower. That is, the engine sends horsepower to the torque converter and to the torque converter to the transmission. If you tune the transmission right, you will get better horsepower to your wheels. This is a very important one, and if you tune it right, you will see a big difference. You can tell the difference as soon as you start driving it down the block. Transmission types, adjust them. So we adjust the shifting at low throttle, mid throttle, and full throttle. What that is like when you, let's think about it 100%. The full throttle is when you're all the way down to the gas. Mid throttle is like when you're at 50% on your gas pedal. And low throttle is when you're like 25%, around that. So we adjust that so the car will shift differently during those three. Obviously, at full throttle, we adjust it so it can just go fast. You will feel it. Shifting pressure, you will feel it more aggressive, but in a good way. It will push forward. It will not stay right there. It will not feel like it kind of neutralizes and then hits forward. So the shift should feel smooth and go forward. Shifting timing is so that shifting timing usually basically does that. It makes the car shift more smooth and faster to the second gear when you're at full throttle. The torque converter, if you upgrade stall from 32 to like 33 to 34 or any kind of stall, we adjust that too on the transmission. Torque management for transmission, we adjust that too. We take like what's it called, abuse mode. All cars have that abuse mode activated, so you don't abuse your car basically. We take that off, and that gives you more torque to the wheel. So when you're doing burnouts and stuff, that helps a lot. It's one of the main things basically on transmissions to tune when you're on it. So basically, that's just a short video to explain you guys what tuning is. Tuning has a lot of benefits on people that want to be fast or just want a little bit more power out of their cars, or take out the delays, like when they feel the car feel like weak or stuff, or anything for gas mileage, all that stuff. I can tune anywhere from turbos, cams, NOS, natural aspirating, all motor. I hope this video kind of makes sense of what tuning is. I try to explain the basics of it, but tuning is different and not weird, but difficult to explain because every car is different. So I would have to make a video explaining tuning for a daily car and what we do to it. And then this video kind of covers it. I was trying to cover like for drivability, like normal driving, and like people that are into races, just do donuts or stuff like that, or people that just want to save gas and have better response on their car, their transmission. There's a lot of tuners out there, and I mean everybody tunes different. I tune a different way, another person tunes different. So when somebody comes to me and that person is already tuned by someone else, I ask them, I'm like, are you happy with your tune that you have right now? And I'm not trying to win another guy here to get another tune. I make sure that they do need it. So if they tell me, hey, I feel this is something I tune it. But before I tune any car, when they come to me and they tune a car, what I do in every single car that I have tuned, I pop the hood, I make sure they have oil in their engine, I make sure they have cooling system, I make sure the transmission is good, the oil of the transmission is good, that they have the right amount of transmission oil. I check for any leaks, any loosened cables, all that stuff, and then I scan it to see for any codes. My laptop can let me know if you recently delete a code or something. So that's important when coming to tuning, because you have to bring a car that it's already ready to drive it and tune it, so we don't have issues when we're tuning it. Like the hoses should be good, because we don't want to go full throttle and then your radiator hose blows up, or your oil, you're low on oil because you have a leak. That's all the stuff that I check for. I have to know plenty of cars, but so far it's been good. And I think this video should be okay for those people out there. If you guys have more questions about tuning, I mean, I'm not that of an expert, but I'm okay of knowledge of him. So any car is different. So like, if you guys need more info about it or any questions, comment in this video or send me a DM on Instagram. I go by the name of boss_AlexX_. You can follow me right there. You can see a lot of more videos of what I do or the cars I do. I do Ford, I do Dodge, I do GM, like Pontiac, Cadillac, Chevrolet, all that stuff. I'm starting to doing some Infinitis and Nissans, 2007 and up. And yeah, anything, let me know. I mean, I do ghost cams. Those ghost cams are extras, fire tunes, all that stuff. Just any question, comment at the bottom, and go give me a follow on Instagram or share this video with a friend that has a question about tuning. And that's all for today, or this video.